What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Lions video, and welcome back to another news and rumors video. Over the past couple of days, there have been a ton of pieces of news in this Detroit Lions organization, whether it be the starting of OTAs, whether it be the changing of numbers, some free agent rumors, or some news about the great Calvin Megatron Johnson. We have all of that in store for you guys today and more. So if you are excited for the video and you're ready, please consider liking the videos and subscribe to the channel. It takes 2 seconds out of it to do so. It's quick, it's free, and it's easy. It only takes those 2 seconds, as I said. So if you could do that, take those 2 seconds to like and subscribe. I'd be greatly appreciative for it. But with all that being said, without any further ado, let's get right into this newest batch of news and rumors surrounding our Lions. Now, starting off with OTAs, the Detroit Lions, along with many other NFL teams, began their OTAs on Tuesday. And the Lions, unlike some of the other football teams, have a majority of their stars in attendance, even with the rumor and even with the speculation that some of the players may be boycotting these optional trainings. Now, with that being said, of course, I mentioned some of the stars have been there. You have Taylor Decker, who made an appearance, who said that he may boycott these optional trainings. You have Frank Ragnow, who's in attendance. You have DeAndre Swift, who was in attendance. You have both Trey Flowers and Romeo Okwara, who were both there, along with many other key role players and key players for this Lions team, and guys that are going to be big impact players for this franchise in the very near future. Now, of course, OTAs are optional trainings. They are not necessarily trainings that the players have to go to. It's not necessarily something that the players are obligated to go to. I know the Green Bay Packers are missing Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, and really a majority of their wide receiver core in their OTAs. I know the Texans are without Deshaun Watson and some of their players for OTAs, and there are a lot of teams around the NFL and a lot of players every single season that kind of boycott these optional trainings. They just don't go, they don't show up, and it hurts themselves and hurts the team in general while they miss the practices. The Lions happen to not be one of those teams this year. I don't believe there's a single big star, big name player on the Lions that is skipping these optional trainings, which could be a big nod to Dan Campbell, a guy that, players want to play for. Players are going to be willing to go to these optional trainings because they just like being around the guy. They like working with him day in and day out. So this is a good sign for the Detroit Lions that as OTAs open, even though they're optional, a lot, if not all of our big name players are attending it, getting better and getting ready for the season. Now, in other news surrounding Calvin Johnson, of course, if you are a Lions fan, you know the situation surrounding Calvin, but if you are not a Detroit Lions fan, or you became one, or you're a little younger, or you don't know the whole situation surrounding the great Calvin Megatron Johnson, if you didn't know, when he retired, he was forced to give back some of the money that he got from his signing bonus. He had a $16 million signing bonus in his last contract, and when he retired early, the Lions forced him to give back, I believe, just over $1 million of that signing bonus. Now, this act by the Detroit Lions led Calvin Johnson to be very disgruntled, very frustrated with the organization, and caused him to disassociate himself with the Detroit Lions. He's not been to Lions events, does not watch the Detroit Lions, does not have communication with the Detroit Lions, and really distance himself from football in general, but especially from the Detroit Lions organization. Now, since Sheila Ford Hamp has taken over as the Lions chief owner of the Lions, she has done a very good job trying to mend relations with the late great wide receiver. And as of right now, as of yesterday, it has come out that the Detroit Lions have decided to 100% fully guarantee and pay back every penny that they made Calvin Johnson return to them all those seasons ago. Now, of course, this is going to mend the relationship between Calvin and the Detroit Lions. It's going to bring him back as a member of the Detroit Lions, not as a player, not as a coach, but just be kind of that ambassador, be kind of a person that is just going to be there. He's a legend. He might be at some Lions games. He might be involved with Detroit Lions events. He's going to get more involved with the Lions organization, and he's going to just try to amend and kind of mend this relationship between the wide receiver and the franchise that he played for, and a franchise that the fans idolize him from. So with that being said, that is some really good news surrounding the Lions organization. A very good, very smart move by Sheila Ford Hamp to mend that relationship. Calvin is one of the best players in franchise history, so keeping him happy, kind of mending that relationship, kind of putting putting that out in the media that like, we're going to take care of our players like we may not have done in the past. The past might not have been perfect, but we are going to come back now. We are a different Lions team. We are going to fix this. We are going to make sure all of our players are happy, whether you play for us now or whether you played for us in the past and whether you play for us in the future. If you are part of this organization, or if you were part of this organization, we are going to take care of you and make sure that you are happy first. That's the message that Sheila is sending with this move. Of course, good for all parties. Calvin finally gets his money. The Lions finally get their wide receiver, their big time guy, back in the building, talking to them, and at least not hating us again, which is really good. And of course, the whole news around it support, the whole news story around it being that we're gonna support our players regardless of what may have been in the past. Now, in other news, in the final bit of news for today is the number changes for the Detroit Lions. There have been number changes, of course, throughout the NFL. The new rule change states that any skill player can wear, I believe, anything from like 1 to 50 something, and then linebackers, I believe, can do the same thing, and like anything basically but the offensive and defensive line can wear pretty much any number that they want. I think there's a couple restrictions here and there, but for the most part, they can wear any number, and specifically, a lot of them can wear single-digit numbers. Now, the Detroit Lions do have a couple of players switching numbers this year, Quentin Dunbar being the first. He put on social media that he will be wearing the number 1 in Detroit. He'll be wearing the single-digit number 1 as a starting cornerback, or a potential starting cornerback in this Detroit Lions secondary. Mike Ford will be switching from 38 to number 2 in this Lions secondary. A guy that's been here for many years, has worn the number 38 for, I believe, 2 to 3 years at this point, and he is deciding to switch his number to a single digit as well in number 2. And then the Detroit Lions' big-time free agent wide receiver in Tyrell Williams has said that he will be wearing the number 6 in the Detroit Lions uniform. He will be wearing the number 6 for the Honolulu Blue, will be kind of the first player on the offense to have a single-digit number, and could set the trend for many other wide receivers in the Detroit Lions locker room, and of course is one of many wide receivers this year that will be wearing a single-digit number. Now, with that being said, that is all the news that we have for today. However, we do have a big piece of rumor. We do have a big rumor surrounding this Lions team, and it involves a potential free agent that the Lions are supposedly favors to nab in free agency. Now, this player is Trey Turner, the guard formerly of the Los Angeles Chargers as well as the Carolina Panthers. Trey Turner is a guy that, of course, has a connection to Anthony Lynn. He's a guy that played in LA last year protecting the offensive rookie of the year in Justin Herbert. He played 536 snaps last year, only allowing 2 penalties and only giving up 1 sack on the season. Of course, he did get hurt. I believe only played in 9 games, so you'd like to see him be healthy throughout the entire season. But Trey Turner is a 5-time Pro Bowler. He's not incredibly old. His contract, if we were to sign him to a lesser contract, wouldn't be incredibly bad. And the Lions' only real question mark as of right now on the offensive line is the right guard position. Of course, you have Taylor Decker, who's going to be a long-time starter at left tackle, played at an elite level a year ago. You have Jonah Jackson, who definitely had rookie struggles, but played very well for a rookie guard a season ago. Frank Ragnow is arguably the best center in the entirety of the NFL. He got a long-term contract. He's going to be here for a long time, locking it down. And then Penny Sewell at the right tackle position, of course, is the young 7th overall pick, the rookie, 20 years old, on a rookie contract, should be a phenomenal player to protect Jared Goff from that side. Now, as I said, the only real position on the line that isn't 100% guaranteed with a bona fide stud and a starter is the right guard position, which is what Trey Turner coincidentally plays. He does play the right guard position, as I said, a former 5-time Pro Bowler with the Carolina Panthers, has been a very good offensive lineman throughout the entirety of his career. Even last year, didn't make the Pro Bowl, only played in 9 games, but only allowed 1 sack and only gave up 2 penalties and over 500 snaps. He is an incredibly good player. If the Lions were to get him on a lesser contract, a 1-year, maybe a 2-year prove-it deal, a guy that has connection with Anthony Lynn, a guy that has connection to some other coaches on this coaching staff, a guy that could potentially be willing to play for the Detroit Lions. The Lions have a position of need there. Big V right now is the presumed starter, but that is no guarantee. That's no guarantee that he's going to be playing there full time, and it's no guarantee that he is the final solid solution for the Detroit Lions at right guard. The positional value is there. The positional need is there. The talent talent is there from Trey Turner, the willingness, if it's there from Trey Turner, everything could line up to make this deal happen. And as I said, it's rumored that the Detroit Lions are actually favorites to grab the former LA guard. But with that being said, that is all we have for you guys today. Thank you all so very much for watching the video. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think about these news and rumors? What do you think about the great turnout at OTAs? What do you think about the Detroit Lions repaying Calvin Johnson? What do you think about the number changes? And how would you feel about the potential signing of guard Trey Turner? Let me know all that down in the comments below. I'd be very interested in what you guys have to say. But with all that being said, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you all so very much for watching. And until next time, and as always, of course, go Lions.